Now return to Let's Play Cities Skylines. A couple things. I want to upgrade these roads, and by upgrade I mean completely change them. I want to change them into 4-lane national highway, mostly because they go 30 kilometers an hour faster than the 6-lane. And there's really not a lot of traffic out here to justify 6 lanes, but this is meant to be a bypass, and so it's kind of meant to go fast. We'll do this instead. And it's unfortunate that there's no 6-lane highway. It is separate. But hopefully now this will really get this zipping along here. And it's unusual, I know, to have lights on a highway. In fact, this would probably be a candidate now for a roundabout. Alright, well, let's just do it. Adopting my new policy of doing it instead of just thinking about it. This is going to be, what, 2-lane? I guess it would still be highway. Want a 2-lane highway here. Well, this is probably going to be really ugly, but it's not. I mean, I guess it should go like this then, huh? So realistically, yeah, I mean, it looks terrible, but it's because it's coming in on a curve and I did not adjust for anything at all. Good enough. And I could actually probably come in here and shape it with the move it tool and everything, but I think it'll be fine. So now we don't have to worry about stoppage at all. Even though we are kind of getting a little bit of the slowdown. I don't know, maybe that light was the solution. There's a little bit of slowdown here for the turn. Minor inconvenience of having to stop might end up being broken. Realistically, I could pull these even closer to tighten that too. Well, I'll worry about that at some other point. Anyway, where are we at here? Big demand in commercial still. So I think what we'll do here, start laying the groundwork for some of that. Just kind of get rid of that for now. Yeah, well, I'll just put that in for now. Water? It's not. Okay, you are not helping. Alright, now moving into my idea here. Let's grab commit to this or not. I know there's this, but there's an actual specific... There we go. Kind of do a little London Eye vibe, I guess. It would fit better over here, thematically. So with that. I just don't really like this building at all. It's just kind of in the way. I can't commit to it being there. What's the actual front of this building? It is actually a side building. Okay, that's interesting to know. But if I put it here, what's it going to do to this slope? That's pretty bad. So I would have to confine it within this, and there's just no way. It just doesn't fit there. I guess we'll put it over here for now until I can figure out what the hell I actually want to do. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like that either. That is... I mean, that's not even a little slope. That's just precipitous jump down and look terrible. It fits no other location there. You know what? Let's just get rid of you for a minute. I guess we won't have anything on the riverfront here. It just slopes too much. Even if I put some buildings along the front here, which I could do, I maybe want to confine them to maybe just the threes. This is not straight, apparently. Look at all that foot traffic. I'm gonna have to really come back in at some point and try to do something with public transport, like actually give public transport a try. But right now it just, I don't know, the game is at this weird spot where it just honestly doesn't matter. You know, as long as we're making money, it doesn't matter whether we have anything. All these problems and whatnot, it really just doesn't matter. Which is kind of an interesting phenomenon. Kind of feels like we're getting a little bit of chunk too. I think it's slowing down just a bit. Which is kind of understandable at this point. Maybe grab this, and let's do a little bit of greening. See, it looks bad. It creates too much of a pattern. looks acceptable, I guess. Still pushing that commercial demand. Which is not, unfortunately, really what I want right now. I would like if it would start bringing in more people. Okay. I was on the fence about this before, but let's put in a very specific metro line. Could you? Here we go. It kind of kinks a little bit. Damn it! Alright, good enough. Now, I want a line from there to there and back again. We will see if we can't maybe alleviate just a little bit of the problem here. I was also thinking of maybe getting rid of the bus line, specifically to make everyone take the metro line. People seem to be preferring that, but maybe now that this is... Oh, they're all taking this. Well, the bus lines just can't handle this kind of traffic, so... Nor this. I guess I could make a loop, taking them from here to here, just up and down, but that's kind of what this thing is for. It's meant to get them onto that, so really, I think we'll just get rid of that outer bus line. This inner bus line is fine, but the outer one just actually is not helpful. I mean, it is, but it's not. So I'm gonna get rid of the shuttle. Maybe I should actually see how profitable this line is before shutting it down. Maybe it's actually... Car trip saved, 57%. Yeah, like, with this many people... And those are where the two bus lines are. Is anyone taking this? Alright, I'm gonna shut this one down. See if this forces them to get on board using the metro. Using the metro and using the cable car. Should thin that out a bit. But hopefully it won't back up anymore. That's where all this sudden traffic came from. But now I want to see if all these people that came here... I feel like the bus line just generated its own traffic. Like just the fact that it existed was enough cause that. Okay, there's a fair amount of people who just came out. That's like a lot of people that just came out. Having a bus over here is superfluous. We have the transport necessary to make this work. And budget-wise, it seems to maybe have helped a little bit. Where are we at now? Buses have... I don't know what they actually were for profit to begin with. Right now the only bus we've got is this little piddly one. It's probably not doing any money at all, if I'm honest. We got a handful of people here. We'd probably take this down to one bus. I mean, it's kind of full. It's almost full, half full. There's hardly anybody waiting there. Okay, yeah, look at that, look at that. Alright. It is, however, keeping the traffic within this line. I would like to have... Well, I guess that's kind of what this train is for, to bring people into town. Eventually, what I'd like to do is set up another station here, and then have a line that goes this way. I don't know if I wanted to go all the way to connecting here. I guess we could. I had a line here to... I don't know. Wherever we're dealing with incoming tourist traffic is kind of where that's an issue, but we are having quite the backup. So maybe just a line. You know, that bus line was kind of doing a loop. Maybe just a bus line going there and back. And then one to there and back. And then everyone else could grab that. That might be okay. But now... we actually are, okay. Well, for now, let's just put down another power plant here. And eventually, what I'd like to actually do is think about putting down one of these. Get like the full-on... I mean, Jesus, just one of these would be enough to power. Because it actually works. It's strange. Ocean thermal energy just works anywhere on water. I have doubts. Speaking of water. Okay, it's running a little low again. We gotta turn this on. But just for now, another solar plant. We'll let that run. And let's put this bus station back in. Bus stop, I should say. So, put that stop back in here. And we'll put this one back up in the front. This is literally where all this is coming from. I really wish you wouldn't do that. Ugh. You can't just turn to this? Can't flip a Yui here? I could maybe make the... I could maybe make the road flip. Come on, what are you doing? I don't want you to go in there. Son of a bitch. Making this loop doesn't do anything. And obviously I don't want to add a stop, but I need to make this stupid thing anchor somehow. Because otherwise it's doing this really ridiculous... If I just add a stop, can I then, like, just delete it later? God, I fucking hate this. Alright, stop for a minute. Give me this. That is awful. But we'll let it do this, and then maybe now I can get this bus route in here. There. And then can I get rid of that? Okay. And then I want to come up here and get rid of that one. And that one? Oh, you son of a bitch. Look, it just fucking... I just want this to be simple. I don't want to do any fucking fancy whatevers. I just want it to fucking work. So I guess I can add a stop here. It's right in front of the bus lane. Right in front of the zoo. And it'll just stop here. Now, I can add one of you. See, we'd have to go through this way anyhow. I'm not doing myself any favors to really, you know, unless I did a loop here. To come up here. So we gotta come back into this now. And I am nervous that this is going to cause a hell of a lot of problems. Because it's not just going to be the buses that are turning. It's going to be everybody that's turning. Let's try it. So, pick a green line, pick a blue line, so the blue line is just bright side Park and Zoo. And this one is the train line. Train to Zoo. Alright, we'll see how screwed up that gets. And people seem to really prefer buses. I would really rather they'd use the metro. We'll see. We'll see how that works in a minute here. Okay. Good. We're back to high demands. Let's just go ahead. Hey, we're even starting to pick up on the industrial. Of course you're going to be like that. I carry on the tradition here of breaking up the block. don't see anything developing here, though. I don't know what to do that way, but I don't know, maybe someone will want it. Okay, we flooding yet? I guess it hasn't been long enough. How did I see? Okay, so that one and that one are now the problem children. There's too many people that want to go on the bus rides. I mean, what is it even doing? Damn it. I wish there was an easier way to flip between your damn bus station. Okay, this one's not too bad, stop-wise. But, yeah, we're just clogging the aisle here. Okay. So that's a big no. Before we do this, though, I want to check the budget real quick and see if we can even see... No, hardly at all. So, that will not exist. Now this bus depot is kind of in the way being here. Can we just delete a bus? I mean, at this point I don't even know that I need a bus, you know? I just wanted to have something to fill in here, but there's no reason to even have a bus going around. It's not doing anything. But look at that. There's a lot. It's only showing 40, but that looks a lot more than 40. This is backing up horribly. You're all going straight across, for real. So they must all be heading here, I guess? Huge chunk of people just came off again. Could do a monorail. That would kill my turn lanes here. Just for something to look at. Right. Turn that off again. This is really getting annoying. Where are we at on demands? Demands have gone away. Of course they did. This did pop up. Slightly. And up and down, up and down. Okay. Well, other things I want to do. We got a nice, relatively flat area out here that I can extend these neighborhoods onto. So I think I will. And then if maybe need be, I can extend this into another industrial area. I've got so much industrial going on that there's just no way we will ever fill that many jobs. I mean, I've still got these big factories that are down. And we just can't get the demand. Between that and the office, I think it's just going to be impossible. Like, you pretty much have to have 80% residential in order to drive up enough demands. It's kind of ridiculous. Just curious to come down here and look at this again. 300 people. You know what? Is that even profitable right now? It had better be profitable. What are we looking at? Metro? Yeah, the one public transport system I've got going that is in fact profitable. Can't believe it's costing $1,000 just to have 2 buses running around. $57 people are using them. Well, we'll probably just end up getting rid of that, to be honest with you. Serves no purpose, and having the bus depot way out here just doesn't make sense now. So there's no point in having it. Could do one in town. We move that bus depot down to here. I don't know what I put in here though. It's a parking lot maybe. Move that centrally located and then put it in the parking lot. I feel the game is slipping away just a little bit again. I don't really care for it. Okay, fine. Let's fill that in. I think I'll let it be. Screw it. Let it develop on this thing. I don't care. It's ended up being pretty heavy commercial, actually. And if this develops to its height, it's going to overshadow some of these other things. It's not going to really fit here, is it? Anyway, let's extend this out and maybe get another. I don't know. Maybe I should just focus on going down this way. I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter because we're kind of out of demand right now. But I think maybe what I'll do, because we're the way these are oriented now, we're going to have stops every 5 seconds along this road. So maybe I can extend these out into squares. I don't really want to copy this. It actually does work though. Maybe I can make some kind of small compromise here. So let's try something. Give me a road I can actually use. We do that. And then what would end up being like here, maybe I can extend it to a third one? Let's see how many of these I can get in here. Damn you. Up. Okay, well, it's not going to fit perfectly. But, were I to do it, what about even 4? I don't know, I don't want it to be too far apart. Because only 2 is going to be here, like that. I feel like that's too many intersections. But if I pull this to 3, maybe even 4. Still gives us the weird spacing. That's okay. At least on the inside now. I want to try maybe doing this. I mean, not there. This is going to give us a very tiny amount of spacing. So what if I did instead of allowing a full 3 house on this side, we could do, or a full 4 house, we could do a 3 house. It's a little bit weird. I guess I could run a line up the middle here too. And then obviously on this end is where I would make curving. I don't know, I'm just trying to come up with something different. But I don't necessarily know that it's going to work. I might just leave that one for a minute. I have no idea what this song is. Punctuated by the radiator constantly pinging in the background. I know that picks up sometimes in the videos. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do with that. Just an idea. Kind of filling in. So if I was to do a bus here, I'd say I'd probably want to do a bus like there, and then probably a bus along here. And then they would just go to school. Like one of them would be... I guess we got 3, don't we? So that's the only reason I could see anyone even needing a bus here. Like, it is a walking space. It's got commercial interspersed everywhere. That's working. Let's check on our metro line here. Space bowling. What the hell is space bowling? 376. 227. Okay. Clearly one of these businesses is turned into a space bowling. Championship weightlifting. Ooh, rival gyms. Best Sweat Gym right next to Championship weightlifting. Public house. The Copton Saloon? sing-alone karaoke, and the stand-up club. Pasta restaurant, right next to another pasta restaurant, right next to another stand-up club. Spectacular bowling. Okay, well, I guess that's the end of the music, which means that's probably the end of the episode. I think we've hit our time. Uh, well, it's still filling in slightly. It's getting there. Let's maybe cancel some of that. Okay, well, it'll build in, it'll get there. Let's make neighborhoods as we need them. This thing is probably going to be horrific. For an area called Fortune Valley, though, this is kind of what I wanted. More of this stuff, though. Like, these were just too narrow to actually provide it. But I wanted this area to be a little less standard grid and more, well, I guess more something like this. You know, where it is more in line with the way Cities XL blocks work. I wanted this one to be kind of just a few big looping main roads and then filled in with all these little side street suburbs. So maybe we'll march into Fortune Valley next? We're kind of going this direction. May as well. I kept saying I wanted to do the Marvin Gardens too, huh? So figure out, I guess, where Fortune Valley begins and where East Bank begins, and kind of section off those districts and kind of just fill in. I still don't know what I want this to do. I do not like this hill, and it's going to affect some of what I can do. So figuring out how this road can loop here, it's going to be a mess. There's going to be a lot of empty space right there. But, like I said, I want this to kind of finish off being part of Central Key, here it is, and you'll make this continue with the gambling and whatever, and finish off that touristy area. Maybe walk the boardwalk down a little bit more. Like I said, I want this to maybe be the marina on this side somewhere. Because I can't use this shoreline for anything. I really can't, especially if I'm going to use oil. Now, I don't have to use oil here, but I do have an oil spot there and this one. But if anything, I just need enough oil to produce plastic so I can get some of these things up and running. That's literally all I've got missing is plastic. I guess I got petroleum too. This one requires glass. I could maybe do glass over here, because glass is just a... Glass comes from these, right? Yeah. But that's not enough. And again, we just don't even have the demand, so... I don't know. I might just have to... Well, getting rid of this is a separate workers industry, although that is 64 workers in this building that I could free up by combining these all into one farm. The farm that keeps on catching on goddamn fire. It's all the methane. I blame the cows. Alright. Well, here we are again. I'm going to end this one here. I will see you next time.